Saving for retirement can seem like a race against time. Well, that's because it is. Get used to it. You'll need to start saving now in order to have enough money by the time you retire. Luckily for you, Fidelity has put together important benchmarks to hit by certain ages. Let's go through them. But first, a disclaimer. Treat these numbers as aspirational milestones. They don't account for retirement income from sources like Social Security, and as you'll soon see, they're pretty hard to reach for most people. The investment giant says that by age 30, you should have your annual income in savings. So if you make 80 grand a year, you should have 80 grand sitting in the bank. Then the race against time really begins. By 35, you should have twice your annual income in savings, according to the folks at Fidelity. And by 40, 3 times your annual income. That 80 grand you had at age 30, you'll need to put it to work if you want it to grow to $240,000 by your 40th birthday. When you're finally ready to retire at age, let's say, 67, you should have a whopping 10 times your annual income. If you're still making $80,000 a year at that age, you probably should have asked for a raise at some point in the last 3 decades. But let's say you haven't, and that's still what you're making. Then you'd need $800,000 to retire comfortably. That's a long way away, but you'll need to make some big moves now in order to reach the milestone of 10 or more times your income. Luckily, if you're in your 20s, you can use the power of compound interest to your advantage. If you have an employer-sponsored 401k, then try to maximize the amount you can contribute. If you're freelancing or between gigs, set up an IRA and contribute a fixed amount each month. Funnel that IRA into a low-cost stock index fund and make regular contributions. Keep doing one or the other without even thinking about looking at the balance for years. Keep your spending in line so you're still able to make those contributions, but don't overthink it. By the time you're in your 30s or 40s, odds are the market has done well enough over time, and the power of compound interest has multiplied your initial savings into a nice little nest egg. Then you might want to talk to a financial advisor. You have more money, but you have less time before reaching a goal of 10 times your annual income. You might need to get creative. According to 2016 data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Americans who were 65 years and older spent an average of $45,000 per year. So you better get saving.
Invest in you. Ready, set, grow. CNBC and Acorns.